will be speaking about the Northern Access Pipeline, and get my screen share going here. Let's see. Okay, so the Northern Access Pipeline project, and we'll start with the ways that that FERC, we feel, has abused their power in this situation. To begin with, this was all about, it turned into all about the waterways and streams that that the pipeline would be crossing. And despite the fact that New York State DEC and others called for a more extensive environmental impact study to be done, FERC has refused to do that. FERC is usurping New York's right to regulate and protect their waterways with a bogus claim that New York State did not rule in time with their denial of the 401 water quality certification. And I'll be talking more about that in a moment. FERC is right now set to allow National Fuel to move ahead without the required 401 water quality certification that we're entitled to under the Clean Water Act. So the Northern Access Pipeline would be a 97-mile fracked gas pipeline beginning in the Marcellus fracking fields in McKean County, Pennsylvania. It would slice through western New York and make its way up to Erie County, where it would connect with existing pipeline. A compressor station would be built, a 22,000 horsepower compressor station up near the Canadian border, along with a dehydration facility to send the gas under the Niagara River through an existing pipeline and into Canada. Another, of course, huge issue with this pipeline, as many others, is the eminent domain issue. We've got many stories of grievances of landowners who were, as National Fuel sent land agents to knock on the doors of rural landowners to harass them and tell them that if they didn't sign, that they would be taken to court at their own expense. So unfortunately, most landowners, not knowing what to do, did end up signing. What option did they have? We have some landowners who have held out, including Joe and Teresa Schuckler, who now have been taken to court 3 times by the company over their eminent domain issue. And Joe was a stalwart defender of his land. He and his wife have planted thousands of trees over the 50 years they've been stewards of this land. And Joe was a water sentinel for Sierra Club and a protector of the water and deeply concerned about climate change. And sadly, Joe has passed away, but his wife, Teresa, is still fighting this eminent domain issue. And I will now turn it over to Teresa to say a few words about her experience with FERC and dealing with this pipeline and unfairness. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Joe and I worked for over 55 years planting trees and preserving our land for clean air and clean water, not just certainly for ourselves. We were getting old, but it was very important to us for the future generations. When National Fuel Gas first started talking about the pipeline, they said it was needed for the public. So we went along with it, feeling that we needed to be, part of the bigger world. But this, we found out later, was not true. The frack gas was coming from Pennsylvania up to Canada to be sold on the open market. It was not needed in New York State or in the country. So this was all for National Fuel Gas's corporate profit. Now, looking at the Bill of Rights, the Fifth Amendment guarantees Americans the right to own property. No person may take away anything that we own, nor can the government seize our land, money, or other forms of property without cause. The right to our private property is one of America's basic freedoms. An eminent domain is the power of a state or national government to take private property for public use, but not for corporate gain. So we decided to fight this. We've gone to court a few times, and at this point, we're not winning. They have an easement on our property, and if the pipeline does come to be, they will go through our property and destroy trees, many, many hundreds of trees. Thank you.